The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Break. 51, 951. 2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers. Check 4.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, uses the stiff arm. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, here's Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chandler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Come on, set. 30 base.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bryant, he's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. You draw Corker. Now.
Throwing on first down. Bryant. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on 2nd down. Bryant, he's going to float this one. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Watch the screen. Check 99. Check 99. He's coming. He's coming. Double up. Check nine, check nine.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Block 54. Here we go, here we go. Check. Lucky.
4 down.
Check three. Check. Crop.
14.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Like 20. DC.
Hey, alert three. Watch the ship.
Hey, let's go.
Watch the ship.
Go, ground.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
56. Hey.
Super.
Mike 56. He can't hang. He's not.
They'll try the air now with Goff. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. Good move by Gurley. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We go tonight. 180.
Game situation. Let's go. Check safety.
Tiger. Go.
Now a first down throw. Gone. The throw taken in by Cole. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. In for the score. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Set up. 10-2 stop.
Oh, you got 10? What tight end?
Here's Breida. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. 80 weapons.
I got one.
Look at me. Go. 5.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This is brought in at the 21. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Nick Nelson that time who got a hand in to break that one up. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
2 for 1. Come on. Hey, kill.
Here's Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Cochran. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's our time. Shoot.
Hey, Cal. Value 1.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Rams 7, 49ers nothing.
What? 20.
Right there, 54 Mike. Right here.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To the air again, Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
At the Niners' 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Let's set a tone. Maverick. Check 24. Check 52. Kill.
17.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They're back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
Pick me up. Here we go. Alert flare. Slam.
Listen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 8 yards out, and the Rams tack on to their advantage.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, Mike 51. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins. Mike 51. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Bryant. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, If you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff try to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The Rams on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Out of the gun. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Goff now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. 5.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Open out on the left side. This is Cole. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Again, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Check 13. Check 13.
Hey, Delta.
Here's Goff. He's going to loft one deep left left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
56 is the mic.
To throw is Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point up and through. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And a 49er 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
51's the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Get it.
A final shot before break. Bryant. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Kendrick Ward. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You ain't going nowhere.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Let's go.
A final shot before break. Bryant. His throw incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 50, check 50.
We go, 76, 76.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Walk 54, walk 54. Not here.
Shell.
Check 43. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
I'm here all day. Bang, 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 bang.
Hold on. Check.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Back to throw. Goff. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the safety creep. 49, check 49, check 49.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. This is Breida. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Haywood!
51's the mic! 51's the mic! Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant!
Here's a 2nd and 7. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
Rip right.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Bryant. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Indy. Go.
Mike 51. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch that.
Go.
To throw on 2nd down, Bryant. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Back to throw. Bryant looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich thrown against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hatchet. Show it.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Exit.
Goff now looking to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. Touchdown, LA! 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Breida. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abukum. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
3rd and 14.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Don't get nervous. Mike 51, Mike 51. Coming to you, coming to you. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm trying to collect.
From the gun, Bryant. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run with Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA.
First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
Check.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yep. Let's go, D. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Ricky. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
To throw on 2nd down. Bryant. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
X3, 218. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Bryant, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
On 4th down, Bryant. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
San Francisco.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bryant. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Bryant. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
That's where you belong.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, it's Adams. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
70, Indy.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Off play action. Bryant. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Bryant. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
You draw quarters.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Right there. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers get a score closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
49ers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams